Good morning, class. How are you guys today? Good? That's great. I'm good too, by the way. So, can anybody guess what we're going to learn in today's class? Yeah? Nobody? Ratio! Yes, you are right. We're going to learn about ratio. Do you guys know what a ratio is? So, a ratio is a way to show a relationship between two amounts. It can compare how much of one thing there is to another thing. So for example, if I have 2 apples and then 3 oranges, the ratio between apples and oranges will be 2 to 3. So basically, ratio can help us understand balance. How many of one type of thing compares to the another. So we can see the problem here. Don't worry, you guys don't have to do it first. So I'm going to read it. In the school library, there are 12 mystery books, 18 science books, and 24 history books. For the first problem is what is the ratio of mystery books to science books, and what is the ratio of science books to history books? Now, I'll give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes to solve. Now, I'll give you 5 minutes each to do and try solve this problem. Solve the first problem first, guys. And then, after the time is up, we'll get through it together. Okay, don't worry if you guys like make a mistakes or something because you'll get the chance to try together. Okay, the 5 minutes starts now. Okay, take 3 ini yang benar. I'll give you I'll give you 5 minutes each to try and do the problems on your own first, okay? 5 minutes each. Don't worry about you're gonna make a mistake or something because we're going to learn together and we're going to get through this together. Okay, 5 minutes going to start now. Okay, ini after 5 menit. Ini after 5 menit, okay? Alright guys, time is up. Let's go over question 1 together. So, the question 1 problem is what is the ratio of mystery books to science books? So, can you guys tell me how many of mystery books? Yes, you are correct. It's 12. And the science book? Yes, it has 18 science books. So, we can first write it down 12 and 8. I'm just going to mark it as M as mystery and then H as history. Okay, so if you guys remember last class, we learned about greatest common factor. Yes? Oh, you remember. Okay. So the greatest common factor is the largest number that can divide both numbers into a ratio. So as you can see here, our starting ratio is 12 to 8. Now when we talk about ratios, we're always going to have to try to make them as simple as possible. Do you guys remember our last class? We learned about, yes, you're right, the greatest common factor. So we can use the greatest common factor to simplify this ratio to make them as simple as possible. Okay, remember what the greatest common factor is? Yes, the greatest common factor is the largest number that can divide both numbers. numbers in a ratio. Let's find the greatest common factor from 12 and 18. Okay, what numbers that can divide both of them? Okay, 1. Next. Yes, it's 2. Can 3 divide both of them? Yeah, 3 can divide both of them. Can 4? Can 4? No, 4 is not. 4 can't be divided. No, 18 can be divided by 4. So, what's the next number? 5. Both of them can divide it by 5. So, 6. Yes, you are correct. 6. Is there any numbers more that can divide it both of them? No? So what's the largest common factor? Yes, you are correct. It is 6. So we can divide it both of them by 6 to find the ratio, aka the simplest ratio. So how many of 12 divided by 6? Yes, it is 2. And how many of 18 divided by 6? Yes, it is 3. So the ratio for our mystery books to science books is actually 2 to 3. Now that we have the greatest common factor, which is 6, we can divide 12 to 18 12 to 18 by 6. Okay, what's 12 divided by 6? Yes, you're right, it's 2. And what's 18 divided by 6? Yes, it is 3. So the simplest ratio for 12 to 18 is 2 to 3, or the ratio of mystery books to science book is 2 to 3. Okay, same with number 1. We're going to try question 2 on our own first. Okay, I'll give you the same 5 minutes to do on your own first. Remember, you're looking for the simplest ratio. Okay, now let's move on to question 2. So remember that question 2 is, what is the ratio of science book to history books? I'll just cut. Okay, now let's move on to question 2. I'll give you the same amount of time, okay? 5 minutes to try and do on your own, and then we'll get through it together. Remember, we'll be finding science book to history books, the ratio of science book to history books. Okay, cut. Next. Okay, guys, time is up. We're going to do this together. Okay, now let's compare science book to history books. Can any of you guys tell me how many of science book there is? Yes, there is 18 science book in the library. And then how many of history books? Yes, you're right. It has 24 history books. Okay, we're going to do this in the same way as before. We're going to find the greatest common factor, but before that, we're going to find each factor first. Okay, what's the lowest number that can divide it both of them? Yes, 1 again, and then 2, next, 3. Can 4 divide it both of them? I don't think so. Yeah, 18 can be divided by 4, so we can skip them. 5 also can. hands, and then 6. Yes, 6 is correct. And then is there anything more? No. 7, 8, 10. Yes, it has the same greatest common factor. It's 6. Wait. Okay, ulang dari the greatest common factor. Okay, everyone, we have 18 and 24, 18 to 24 as the starting ratio. We're going to do the same way as before, as the problem 1. We're going to find the greatest common factor. Okay, so what numbers can be divided by both of them? 1, yes, 1 is correct. And then what's next? 2, yes, 2 is also correct. 3, yes, 3 is a factor of them. 4, are you sure 4 is their factor? No, 4 can divide 18, so 4 is not their factors. Next, 5 can divide both of them. 6, yeah, can 6 divide both of them? Yes, 6 can divide both of them. Is there any numbers more that can divide both of them? No? Yes. So the greatest common factor is 6. After this, we're going to divide both of them by their greatest common factor, aka 6. What's 18 divided by 6? I'm sorry. Yes, it is 3. And what's 24 divided by 6? Yes, it's 6. No, it's 4. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. It's 4. So this is our simplest ratio of science book to history books. Okay, that's going to be the end of our lesson today. Thank you so much for everyone. No. I'll see you guys tomorrow, alright? Bye bye.